Some milk? What's the matter? You got a broken arm or something?
Oh! Oh!
Is that enough, lady?
Okay! You are fired! You are fired! Don't come back here anymore!
Hey Dad, just finished a home inspection and I'm driving to my next one, and this is the time that you would call me, knowing I'd be between inspections and we'd have time to chat. Definitely gonna miss those phone calls.
Hey Papa, I just want to say that I love you so much, and I just wanted to thank you for loving me like your own granddaughter, and I truly thought of you as my own Papa, and I just wanted to thank you for the way that you impacted my life by showing me God's love and His kindness and His gentleness, and you really were a representation of Jesus to me.
Hi Papa, I wanted to say thank you for being such an incredible man and such an amazing grandfather to all of us grandchildren. You made each and every one of us feel so special anytime we were with you. You're such an amazing example of what a godly gentleman is to your grandsons, and an even better example to your granddaughters of how a woman deserves to be treated.
Hi, Dad. I will always remember your unabashed love for your family and your warm smile and your prayers for us for our protection at the dinner table. I'll always remember how you served us and doing dishes at family gatherings without ever complaining, just happy to have your family around.
I could honestly go on for hours about how great of a father, grandfather, and great-grandfather you were. And I only wish that I had more time, more laughs, more hugs. But I know you're in a better place and that I will see you again. So, I love you, Papa, and I miss you already.
Gracie and I both have special memories of Papa spending time with us coloring.
He would always tell us to stay inside the lines.
And he would also tell us that we were doing a great job and encourage us.
He'd make us smile. This song's for Papa. Papa Joe, he'll be there on the double. No job too big, no job too small for Papa Joe. Whoa, Papa Joe.
Papa was such a great storyteller. He loved telling you stories about his past and how things were back then, and he was so funny, and he kept you enthralled the entire time. He just loved making people laugh. He loved encouraging people.
Hi, Papa. I just want to thank you for being the best grandfather I could have ever asked for. I never got to know my biological grandpa very well before he passed, and so when I met you 4 or 5 years ago and you welcomed me with open arms, and before I was even dating Joey, you treated me as one of your own grandkids, that meant the world to me. I think one of my fondest memories of you is hearing you sing, whether you were singing a hymn or a worship song or an oldies song, and whether or not you were actually singing the right words or in tune, you were just so filled with joy whenever I heard you singing.
What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me?
Although I am sad at this point, sadness is tempered with a thankful heart that a young boy was not left without a dad 35 years ago. My dad almost died during surgery back then, and a lot of people prayed hard, and the Lord did His part in pulling him through, and can't imagine not having had that experience, having my dad for all those extra years, which is amazing, and I'm just so thankful for that.
So I think what I've learned most from Dad's example is what it looks like to follow God's command of first loving Jesus and second loving others. And when we do this, He shines through us in a way that brings glory to Himself, and then uses us in other people's lives in ways that we have no idea. So then we just become His vessel of love to others. And this is what Dad was to so many people, including myself.
I think the thing I'm going to miss most about Papa is the undivided attention conversations that I was able to have with him. He'd want to know about work and my house and family, and then he'd tell me old stories of my dad and growing up and old cool jobs he used to do. Those were always my favorites, and yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to miss the most.
Hey there, Dad. Hi, dear.
I'm so thankful for all of the time that you spent with me, and for the joy and the laughter and the singing and just the fun. You were a great dad. I'm gonna miss you, and I love you.
Okay, quick story. The day before Dad passed, I came into the house and Mom told me that he ate some oatmeal in the morning. I said, oatmeal? How about a cream puff? So Mom looked at Dad and said, hon, you want some whipped cream? And he was like, yeah. I mean, that's like one of the only things he woke up for that day. He ate a few spoonfuls of whipped cream. I think that was the last thing he ever ate. So this cream puff's for you, Dad.
I love you, Papa. I miss you. I'm definitely gonna miss your hugs.
Hey Papa, I love you so much. I love you as my own. Thank you for loving me as your own too. I can't wait to see you in heaven again one day and give you a big hug.
Hey Paps, just wanted to take a minute and say thanks for how much you spent time with JD out here, and when I was at work long periods of time and Susie would be here staying with you and Mom, I just knew JD was in the hands of a man that wasn't afraid to fix things, and I just appreciate all the skills you taught JD, and most of all how you taught him to be a gentleman, how to love his family and love God.
Hey Papa, thanks for spending time with me playing cards like this and shuffleboard and hanging out together. I love you, Papa.
One memory that always comes to mind when I think of Papa is when I was 4 years old. I had just slept over the house that night with Nanny and Papa, and we were getting ready for church the next morning. I had these little cute ballet flats that I was gonna wear, and they had a decorative strap and button. And Papa didn't realize they were decorative, and he spent probably 15-20 minutes trying to get it back together. I remember him wrestling with it and getting frustrated, and then all of a sudden he just stopped, and he got up and he walked out to the garage, and he comes back with a pair of pliers and a screwdriver, and he puts it back together, but there was nothing he couldn't fix.
And down here would be a globe, and the gas would come out of there, and you'd light the gas up, and that was your life.
I've been replying to a lot of texts from my friends who remember many years ago coming to our house and how you accepted all of them, loved them, joked around with them. One of them said you were one of their favorite human beings ever to walk the earth. You know, you kind of had to love us. We're your kids, and you did that really well. But you didn't have to love everybody else too. But you did. Gonna miss you, Dad. Love you.
Papa knew that he was going to heaven to be with the one he loved more than anyone or anything, and that is why I am joyful today. Because of Papa and my Nana paving the way with their faith and showing us Christ's love in all they did, my whole family and I share that same hope. John 16:33 says, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. I love you, Papa. I can't wait to give you a big hug soon.
Hey, Papa. In the past couple years, I have really grown to cherish our relationship, and being able to talk to you about everything I'm going through, work and getting married and just life in general. Just knowing that your support was always behind me and you believed in me just meant the world to me.
I'm proud to be named after you, another Joe Miele. Just hope I can finish the race as well as you finished. And I'm gonna really miss you, Papa.
Just driving around, I'm thinking about what Dad taught us over the course of his life. He taught us how to live, how to work with our hands, how to use our mind to think through a problem. Taught us how to be dads. Taught us how to love our wives. The biggest thing I come around to all the time is he taught us how to love. He loved unconditionally. Just one of those qualities that he just had. We could have an issue. He'd never get too excited. He'd always be right there and still his son no matter what happened. He was forgiving, he was loving. And I think that's the biggest thing he's taught all of us. And family was the most important thing to him. And I think the only way true way to carry on his legacy is for us to just love the way he loved. His love was Christ-like. It's really what it was.
Hi, Papa. I can't imagine all of the fun that you're having right now in heaven, dancing on your new legs, and I'm so happy that you're now pain-free. You will be missed. I love you so much, and I'll always remember and admire your dedication to our family and just how much you love everyone no matter what, and how committed you are to seeing us and calling us and talking to us. And I know that I'll see you again one day because of the hope we have in Jesus, and it's by God's grace that I can say I love you so much, and I'll see you later.
Father God, thank you so much for my dad. We are going to miss him. We're so glad that he's got a new body. He's dancing up there with you. Oh, Father, he was such a wonderful example of love, peace, and joy. He was the same man in the home, outside of the home, at work. Just a wonderful human being who touched so many lives. God, thank you so much for letting him be the patriarch of this family, to trickle down the love that we can all have, and we can trickle down to our kids and to all of our friends and relatives. God, ultimately we know it's because of you, that you gave your love into his heart, and he's been able to trickle that down. And God, we thank you so much. Pray these things in Jesus' name.
Thanks, Dad. I was just checking in to see how you were and everybody else, and just checking to see if you people are ready to come. I bet they are. So anyway, see you later. Bye-bye.